Welcome to Classic Car Cave. I just put this little bit of video up of a Moke that's in America, and obviously what I'm trying to do for people that are just watching in is build a mini Moke. So it's an electric car that the kids can use, and also we can use it at the track day. So this is one, because I've got a Golf livery track mini, which we use for hill climbing. I thought this would be a nice way of getting around the paddocks instead of having to walk for miles, because there's quite some distance in a lot of these venues and circuits. So that's the reasoning behind it. That's the reason why I've put this up. And as I said, you'll see in the video, I'm trying to make this to scale by eye. Hopefully it will work, and I hope you enjoy the video. Start to make up the side frames, which will make the centre of the car there. Trying to make it to a kind of scale. So this is basic, so I'll end up making 4 of these. They'll be 20 centimetres wide and 10 across, because if I make them if I make them the same, there'll be no room inside the car. And then what I can do is I'll make the 30-degree angles here, where the wheel arch comes up at an angle, and then comes up and makes the front mudguard and the rear mudguard. So I'll make 4 of these, tack them up, and then I'll put the frames together. This is the basics of the side piece that's going to go on the Moke. I've just knocked this up, just quickly tacked it up at the moment because I want to make sure it will work. So this would be where the side panniers are on a Moke, with the 3 ovals in here, or the 3 kind of ovals, I guess they are. And then these need to come up at an angle to make the start of the front mudguard, and then I would then bring them up and extend them. So the idea is to make 2 of these with the front wheel and then the rear wheel. Again, this comes up at an angle and then comes up here, and then I can lay the metal on it. I got an old piece of scrap metal here, and I tried, this is really rough as you can see, but I tried actually beating it out and then knocking it down, which is going to make it quite difficult. This end doesn't look too bad, but I did it very quickly on my own, and you really need 2 people, one to crank the handle and one to actually feed it in. So there's an old piece of stainless which is very hard, but I wanted to see if it would work, and as you can see, I can easily do it on my own. It wasn't very good, but basically those would go along there like that on the side, but it'd be one piece. Fortunately, there's 35 centimetres of throat in this. Oh, and another thing I'm going to do is take this handle off, because it's such a long way to crank it on your own. I'm going to put a steering wheel on here. I've got an old steering wheel which I can make and put on it, and it's easier then to move it backwards and forwards yourself. So the throat in here is around 35, 36 centimetres, so I will be able to make that in one piece, which is good. So you can see the basic design of it now. I've got the front one on. What I'll do is I'll do exactly the same at the back. I've got it going up, so that will come across the back bit and then down. So I'll make 2 pods like this, and then I'll get the 1mm sheeting. Unfortunately, I'd like to put aluminium on it, but the minimum thickness it's got is 2mm, so I'm better off with steel, and I can weld it. So that's basically how it'll look. It's not square to the car, it's just to get an idea. The block isn't the right size, but you get the idea. So I'll make this pod up. If that's good, then I'll just recreate that for the other side. I've started to make up the frame. I haven't put the back piece on yet, but I'll do exactly the same as this side. I've just been cutting back the welds. There's quite a lot of welding still to do. You can see it's not welded there or there yet, so I have to go over all this. But I just wanted to make sure the frame, so the welding was just tacking at the moment. So I'll show you what I've got. I bought some metal this afternoon. So this framing plus all these joints here, they're 2 meters long then. I paid €23 for, what was it, they were 6 meter lengths, so 612. So I had 24 meters of 2x2 box section, hollow box, whatever you want to call it, and that was €23. And this is brand new, but it's from places that have gone bust, and he just charges by the weight, and even cuts them as well for free. So I probably got enough to make two mini Mokes out of it. And today I got the sheet steel, which where is it? I'll have to show you where the sheets are. So this is one piece. So this will be that piece there. In fact, I'll put it on and show you what I mean. Two of those are cut to length. They're 12 centimeters by 2 meters long, and they're going to make the top of the mud guard. Then I'll bend it to go down here, across here, up here, and across the other mud guard, and then down the back for the mini Moke. So I'll show you, I'll put it against the side and show you where I've started with. As I said, I've had that guillotine to exactly the right length, so I can, and the right width. So that will be the top of the mud guard. Then also I'll bend it here, and put it down, in and through and up onto the back leg. So I've got two of those already cut, so I don't have to cut anything on that. Just need to bend it the right shape. You can see how it will go. Obviously I've got to bend it. This is 1 mil steel. So that'll be the front. I'll put it to the back because it's going to be the same front and back. I made this piece up today. So I had these sides cut. You can see I've only just done the straight bits because it's very difficult to do the round bits on your own. So I'll have to maybe wait or see if I can get a neighbour to help me. But that'll be the 3 panels. Unfortunately, they won't be as tapered in as they are on a real Moke. I mean, it is only a replica or a look-alike, because I don't have the dies to do it. And obviously they won't be sticking out that way, they'll come in the other way round. So they'll be like that and pushed in that way. I did try flattening them out, but there's too much metal and it'll crease too much. So that's how it'll basically look. And these are already pre-cut to the right size, so you can see roughly about how it'll look. But I do need somebody to give me a hand with them. What my intention is then is to weld this piece and this piece together on that corner, but not to the frame, and then the one inside the car. So there'll be 3 pieces welded to this, so they can be painted separately off the space frame. So we can paint the space frame and paint these side panniers and mud guards in one shot, and possibly I'll put some kind of tab on them where we can either screw them on where they can't be seen, or yeah, I think it'd be better just so that you could take them off. But that's the basic plan. It'll give you an idea anyway how it's going to look. As I say, that'll be the same front and back, except obviously at the back here there'll be a 90-degree drop down where the back lights will go on it. And I think that'll work. So I'll get these finished up, and then I'll bend this and I can show you exactly what we're up to. You can see I haven't finished the welds off there, I've only just cleaned them off, but you can see that's going to fit really nice. That's going to be a nice fit. It's all by eye, but I think it'll do the job. It's not an exact replica or an exact copy, it's just a miniature version of it. For me, if you look at it and you instantly know what it is, or you recognise it, that's good enough. It's been on here less than 6 hours, and you can see this is the 2 lines of the grey stuff. I don't know if you remember the wiggly one. You can see it's solid, even spiky. It's absolutely solid there, no reaction at all. This is okay. It was much thicker because I had to cut the end off because it was stuck in there, but you can see there you go. It's still sticky. Okay, it's thick, I know, but even where it's not thick, like there, it's still sticky. Whereas this stuff, solid as a rock, that grey stuff. So this is what we'd used before, and I knew it was good, but I just don't know, some kind of reaction with it. So there you go. So now I know I can actually get one side done and recork it and get it painted up. I didn't actually spray this on because I didn't want to get the gun dirty until I'm ready to do both sides. So basically I just poured it on and smeared it on, but it's the same effect. But as I say, that's been on less than 6 hours, and that was already solid. And I doubt that that's going to get any better. It's going to get stickier. Look at it. So there you go. So it's probably worth doing a little test, guys. You know, if you've been using stuff for years, obviously it's not the, you don't need to do it. But if it's something new to you, a new product, I'll definitely do that. I'm just worried about the inside caulking now, if that'll react with the 2-pack. I'm not even sure if I'll take a chance with it. I might just dig it out. So I've done the basics of it. I've just tack welded it all the way along there, but I can actually clean that up and make it look nicer. I haven't put the folds in here yet. I'll put it in my folder, but it's quite a long piece, so I'll cut this back end down first. But you can see basically how it's going to look, the shape. And I'll show you what I'll do is I'll take off the clamps. As I say, I've got all the lines on it now, so I know where it has to go. You never have enough clamps. So. A little bit twisted the metal, well not twisted but tensioned a little bit because we put the bead roller through. You can see now, I'll go around on the side, you can see I can just lift this off. So the idea is it'll fit on like that, and I'll have some kind of mechanism, because that way we can paint the frame and then paint inside here as well and just plop it on. But I'll get these bends better. Thinking about it, I should have actually put the bends in it first. But no problem, I can sort that. So yeah, that's basically how it's going to look. It should fit quite nice. And then put the other one on the other side here, and that'll be one side done. So I'll get this one undone and go back to scraping again. To be honest, 10-15 minutes is about as much as you can take scraping this old sealant off. It's a real pain, but there you go. But this is making up for it. It's quite fun to see how it's going to go together. Yeah, so that's me finished up for tonight. It's Saturday night now, so yeah, as usual, stay safe, keep the faith, enjoy your hobby, and just go out there and make something.